Two former members of Trump's inner circle crash and burn in federal court, while two other close personal associates take deals to save themselves. Here's how the week unfolded. Tuesday, Paul Manafort was convicted on 8 counts, all financial crimes. And within minutes, Michael Cohen pleaded guilty to 8 criminal charges of his own. Yesterday, we learned that Trump's longtime friend and business ally, National Enquirer publisher David Pecker, took an immunity deal to share what he knows. And today, we learned that Allen Weisselberg, the Trump Organization's longtime chief financial officer, did the same, bringing investigators right inside the president's business. Weisselberg is considered by many to be the ultimate Trump insider, privy to the innermost workings of Trump's businesses. If there are dodgy dealings, he'd know about them. Now, it's not clear what Weisselberg has agreed to in return for immunity, but the deal's making a lot of Trump loyalists very nervous. Keith Bogue joins us now. Keith, this is not a small thing.
Andrew, you know, for months now, we've heard that when it comes to Donald Trump's business dealings, the guy who knows where all the bodies are buried is his former lawyer and fixer, Michael Cohen. The same Michael Cohen who was convicted this week of tax fraud, bank fraud, and campaign finance violations. But the truth is that it's really Allen Weisselberg who knows more about the Trump business than anyone in the world, not actually named Trump.
Replacing George this week is my chief financial officer, Allen Weisselberg.
Back in his reality TV days, Trump would sometimes invite Allen Weisselberg to his show, The Apprentice, to be a judge. He's never had much of a speaking part in the greater scheme of things, but he has, for many years, been the most senior executive in the Trump Organization, other than members of Trump's family. He started out as an accountant for the company when it was owned by the president's father, Fred Trump, in the 1970s. Now, he's not only the chief financial officer, but one of just 2 trustees of the Trump Organization, and the other is Donald Trump Jr.
When it comes time for the financing, which will be...
Listen, what financing?
We'll have to pay you. So
Don't pay the cash.
No. I got... No.
His name comes up in this tape-recorded conversation between Michael Cohen and the president as they discuss what is apparently a hush money payment to a woman who claims to have had an affair with Trump. That's what led in part to Cohen's conviction this week.
And I've spoken to Allen Weisselberg about how to set the whole thing up.
Weisselberg's immunity deal was reportedly triggered by his cooperation in the Cohen investigation, but he could have much more to talk about with investigators than just that, Andrew.
Right. And so, Keith, talk to me about the scope of the immunity. Does it protect Weisselberg from prosecution for all crimes he might have been involved with?
Well, we don't know because we don't know the details of the immunity agreement. It's possible he could have immunity for any crimes he has knowledge of. And in that case, it would be a tremendous incentive for him to tell everything, to answer questions he hasn't even been asked. What we do know is that giving immunity to Weisselberg means that investigators are more interested in what he knows about other people than they are in putting him in jail.
But if not Weisselberg, then who might they be really interested in?
Okay, again, we don't know, but it wouldn't make sense for investigators to give Weisselberg immunity so they can go after smaller fish. They must want bigger fish, and the obvious bigger fish are the Trump family and the president himself.
Keith Bogue in Washington, thanks very much.
Thank you.